Okay, so I'm in Nebraska. I've had some requests to talk about my fuel mileage. And for me, fuel mileage is really hard to get a good read on it for you guys. I haul a lot of different things, and I'll give you an example. I went down to Lima, Ohio with a load out of Rockford, Illinois, and it was we were probably around 67, 68,000. Then from there I bobtailed down to Indianapolis, and I picked up a 32-foot brand new empty single axle trailer for FedEx. And you know, it's a world of difference, night and day, as far as fuel on that. With the load that I took out of Rockford to Lima, I was getting, I don't know, 5 to 5.2 miles to the gallon, which is about average. Again, new truck, it's not broke in. That 32-foot single axle, I was getting 7.5. And I try to run the speed limit, and I'm going to show you that here in a second. I'm, again, in Nebraska. Legal speed limit is 75. I've got my cruise set on 73. You can see that on the dash. Right now, my average is 5.1, and you can see the bar under the fuel mileage average. It's down, but we are going up a slight grade. It's just a really small hill. Now in Iowa, if you've ever been across 80 in Iowa, you know that it's a rolling hills, so that bar was back and forth, up and down, and I'm still averaging 5.1. You can see that I'm about 1,600 miles into this trip, and that was coming across through the mountains in the Appalachians, up across Ohio, Indiana, and up onto 80. So there's my fuel mileage on this one. And I'll show you, we'll get up over top this hill here in a second. Right now, the last CAT scale that I went across said I had 12,120 on my steers, 33,800 on my drives, and 31,900 on the trailer tires. It's a 1,500 kilowatt generator for a Greco, and it's heavy. I figure I'm 78-ish. I'm not full on fuel. I'm running my fuel a little bit lower than I like, but I can't fill my fuel tanks up, or I'll be way over on the tractor. It's a fixed axle drop deck, so I can't slide my tandems on, or I can't slide my trailer tires. I've adjusted the fifth wheel as close as I can get it, and maybe you guys can help me. I've asked a lot of different people, and I realize it's probably the load, but each notch on the fifth wheel equals how many pounds when you slide it. Comment below and let me know. I've heard everything from 100 pounds to 500 pounds, and I'm not really sure. I slid it too, and I adjusted. It was somewhere around 500 to 600 pounds. So I'm not sure exactly, how much per notch it is. Okay, so I'm in Idaho. I'm on I-84 over here by Twin Falls. Nice and flat. The wind has died down. And as you can see, my fuel mileage has come up. Okay, so I've traveled, that's my trip, 3,237.5 miles. And with all the mountains and stuff, that is what my end fuel economy is for this trip. The trailer truck, I was grossing 78,000, a little bit over 78,000. And I'll show you guys the routes that I took across through there. Okay, this is my load. Short little drop deck. That is a 1,500 kilowatt generator inside of it. There's a 200 gallon fuel tank in the front, and it is full of fuel. and that's where all my weight came from. But this is the load.